Gold, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned, how we can trade based on this. I know, as we can see, the changes is this correction. I want to see whether we should look for buy or sell. Even we had this trend line, we mentioned base the breakout of this, maybe we can look for buy. By the way, first of all, we start with daily chart. As we can see, when we mentioned my last analysis, the price broke this low, and now we want to see how deep this one can go and whether this is a correction for the reversal or the correction for continuation. Okay, in this case, we move to 4 hour chart. All right, based on 4 hour chart, one thing also we mentioned on our analyze in my last video, because what we have here, maybe this one turn to a correction similar to what we have here for one more drop. That's why I mentioned maybe this one can be drop in term of the corrective or in term of the channel. All right, if we mention if you get this kind of the move, then from there we can like confirm for the to look for buy. All right, but how about if this one turn to a correction for price to drop quite sharp? All right, no, whether we should look for sell or buy. Even we talk about the buy, we should wait for the breakout of this trend line, then from there we look for buy. Okay, that's mean we have both possibility. Now we move to 1 hour chart, we see how we can trade it. Okay, now if we're looking at this, it's not because this one is the way was move is really corrective, but this one turned to a flat. Can we put this one in relative to this for one move down? If we move to lower time frame, we will see it based on 15 minutes. Okay, that's mean there is a possibility. We have two possibility. The first one, this one can turn to a flat in relative to this for the price to drop. The another one is this is the start of the up move and this is the correction. We can expect the price to break this top and continue. All right, how we can trade it? If we want to look for sell, that's mean the first things we prefer the price break the top, then any reversal we take from there. And if you want to look for sell, and if you want to look for buy, we need to wait the price to break the top, give us a correction, then from there we look for buy. This is what we can see, but later based on 1 hour chart we see how we're looking for this. Why? Okay, if you want to first we talk about the sell. If you want to look for sell, the first option is we let this one to break the top. The top is where 1725. Then from there we can have entry below this or here. That means price break the top, then any sharp move down we take it. Now it depends on the traders whether they want to put here or here. The another one is if the price drop from here with the breakout of this low, any flag or small correction we can look for sell. Right? That means if we move to 1 hour chart, it will be more clear. Okay. If we want to look for sell, one of the option was to get the breakout of this top. Okay, which just now we mentioned what is the price at the top is almost 1725. But even if we wants the price to break this one, can break the trend line, but we are not going to care about that. Then from there we can have entry below this or here. That means it depends on the traders whether they want to, depends on how this move can behave, whether they put below 1705 or around 1701. Okay, and what they expect the price tag and reverse. And another option, whether from here, if the price drop or even the price tag and drop, we wait for the price sharply drop, give a correction flag, we look for sell with the breakout of this low. All right, this is how we can look for sell. But we mentioned, how about if this one turns to a correction from relative to this for continuation? In that case, we have to wait for the sharp move with the breakout of the trend line. We get the correction, then from there we look for buy. That means if we get the breakout, there was no correction with the breakout of this top as well, we are not going to look for buy unless we get the confirmation, we get the trade setup. Because as we mentioned, both possibility we have right now. And even we mentioned, may this one tend to a corrective move for price to drop. That's why buying with a trade setup within this one is not a good, even sell. We need to get the trade setup as well, what I explained. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update or trade setup, then I will share. Thanks.